Good evening and welcome to NewsBREAK Live. I'm Hiba Sama. Thanks for joining us. A local company is giving back to save lives. Pelican Products, Inc. is recognizing the importance of blood donations by hosting a multi-day blood drive at various locations across the country. It kicked off this week in honor of World Health Organization's World Blood Donor Day. 5 Pelican Products and Pelican Biothermal locations are participating this year, including the headquarters here in Torrance. Employees are donating at Torrance Memorial Medical Center. The annual blood drive supports the mission of Pelican Products, such as their thermal packaging technology, which was originally developed for U.S. Army Special Forces transporting blood units in the field. The American Red Cross has launched a new nationwide summertime campaign as well. It's called Missing Types. The goal is to make it a priority for people to donate and encourage new donors to do so. Officials say donors have decreased by 80,000 each year for the past 4 years. Last year, an estimated 75 pints of blood from 3 locations were donated, which was enough to save 225 lives. El Camino College celebrated its students today. Students gathered for a special reception this afternoon in the East Dining Room. It was a celebration of transfer students who have been admitted to a University of California, a California State University, or other institutions for next fall. El Camino College President Dr. Dina Maloney congratulated the students along with a few words of encouragement from former El Camino College transfer students. The college recently had its 71st annual commencement as well. You can catch the commencement ceremony at elcamino.edu/livestream through July 5th. Delano Fashion Center is being recognized as the best in California. In a piece by Insider, staff used various data points, including Yelp ratings, best of lists, and most visited lists to determine the best mall in each state. It focused on choosing a place that had an overall best experience. Delano in the article was recognized for its size and that its new renovations make it the hot destination for savvy shoppers. Delano has more than 200 stores. Now let the games begin. The anticipated Dave & Buster's is officially open.
1, 2, 3.
The state-of-the-art bar, restaurant, and arcade opened for business at the Torrance Delano Fashion Center just yesterday. The 42,000 square foot location is located at the south end of the mall next to JCPenney. The new business also created 232 jobs in the city. Dave & Buster's has more than 140 games to enjoy, and the company is taking virtual reality to the next level with the latest and greatest games out there, from The Walking Dead to Pac-Man. And if you're interested in other games, Dave & Buster's will show all of the UFC fights, Dodgers games, Lakers at their sports bar. Dave & Buster's is open 7 days a week and offers weekly specials. We'll also have a sneak peek of their soft opening event on This Week in Torrance. Delano Fashion Center hosted its first ever summer music series featuring Los Angeles musicians. Torrance City Cable reporter Oksana Powell tells us more.
Good music, food, and beautiful weather attracted hundreds to the new Village Park lawn area at the Delano Fashion Center. Bonnie Kamen was excited to attend the music series.
I came here to watch the music and kick back and have a great Saturday. I love music and I love concerts, and I was expecting just to hear nice, laid-back music.
It's the first time the Delano Fashion Center is hosting this kind of event. The kickoff performance of the music series featured the band Professional Folk, a national traveling group that performs everything from dance music to acoustic arrangements.
So we wanted to get some local musicians out here for everybody that live here.
For the Delano Fashion Center marketing team, it was a long time in the making. The collection of performances they have in store for the summer includes diverse music styles. Officials say they hope the summer performance will encourage people to stay longer at the mall and enjoy everything they have to offer.
We've all come together, worked together to put this great event together.
The nature of just coming here and shopping is it's really changed over all the years and the different audiences. So they got to do more of this kind of stuff here to bring people in here and give them something to really enjoy and interact with.
And to make the experience even better, restaurants from the mall such as Lazy Dog, Luna Grill and Brea Coastal Bar and Kitchen offer samples of their most popular dishes.
Today we brought some shrimp and grits. It's really creamy, smoked with a polenta with some black pepper sauce and grilled shrimp.
The attendees were not the only ones who enjoyed. The band also had a good time.
We got to experience a really well done free event for the public. So we get to just come and play all the fun songs.
And for many here, they're hoping to come out again. For Torrance Beer Cable, I'm Oksana Powell.
If you missed it, no worries, you still have the chance to go. This event takes place every second Saturday of the month until September from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. at Delano. The next performance will be from Natalie Clark. The Torrance Certified Farmers Market is now catering to more customers. We stopped by the market today and spoke to officials about their vendors now accepting EBT customers. Torrance Certified Farmers Market started accepting CalFresh customers on June 1st. The CalFresh program, also known as the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, issues monthly electronic benefits that can be used to buy most foods at any markets and food stores. The program helps to improve the health and well-being of qualified people by providing them a means to meet their nutritional needs. Officials say they hope it will give more people the chance to learn about the benefits of the market.
That EBT isn't as expensive as people think it is. A lot of people are deterred from coming to the farmers market because they can't afford it, and they think that eating healthy is it's rather expensive. And frankly, at the end of the day, it's not, and that's a common misconception.
But in the long run, because it's fresher, because most of our product was picked yesterday, versus going to somewhere like Costco or the 99-cent. Yeah, you'll get more for your dollar, I would guess. But in the long run, the products here at the farmers market is so much fresher. They'll last longer in your refrigerator.
Food vendors cooking on site will not accept EBT. There's no doubt the city of Torrance is a hub for delicious beer. And soon you can participate in an event that will offer a taste from each place right here in the city. The first annual Torrance Beer Run will take place on June 16th and will coincide with Los Angeles Beer Week. People will be able to visit 9 Torrance breweries participating in the run, and you'll have a stamp card which can be picked up at any of the breweries. Once you've stopped at all of the breweries over the week, you can get a free limited edition Torrance Beer Run t-shirt. The shirts can be picked up from Smog City and Hop St. The locations taking part this year are Absolution, The Dudes, Hop St., Monkish, Smog City, Strand, Yorkshire Square, and Zymergy. Participants are encouraged to drink responsibly. The event runs through June 24th. A big name breakfast spot known for their pancakes has temporarily changed its name. So the next time you stop by IHOP, it will be called IHOB. After 60 years, the International House of Pancakes announced the P is now B for burgers. The name change comes after the launch of the chain's Ultimate Steak Burgers menu, a 7-burger lineup that includes options like the Big Brunch Burger, the Cowboy Barbecue Burger, and the double-decker Mega Monster Burger. That sure does sound delicious. Now, the closest location is Torrance Crossroads Shopping Center. And speaking of food, thanks to the new NBA championship team, the Golden State Warriors, you can get free food tomorrow. In honor of their celebration, you can stop by a Taco Bell and get free tacos between 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. You can place an order of Doritos Locos Tacos. It's part of the company's annual Steal a Game, Steal a Taco NBA Finals promotion. The Warriors beat the Cleveland Cavaliers with a 4-0 game sweep. Now let's get to the weather. Today was sunny with a high of 77 degrees and an expected low of 62 today. Then tomorrow will cool down just a bit to a high of 74 degrees with an expected low of 62. On Thursday, there'll be a high of 75 with an expected low of 62 again. Now, with the weather warming up, make sure you keep your children safe this summer. Nonprofit National Safety Council says that a new report shows that 742 children in the United States died of heat stroke in cars between 1998 and 2017. 42 died in these conditions in 2017. The report highlights that these incidents occurred most when parents or caregivers unknowingly left their child behind. Experts also say that a child's body overheats faster than an adult and can start shutting down before them. And before the next half of NewsBREAK Live, don't forget to mark these events on your calendar. The city of Torrance will host a hazardous and e-waste recycling roundup this Saturday from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. at American Honda. You can drop off any old paint, electronics, expired medications, and other items. Then also on Saturday from 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., the group Faith Initiative to Abolish Trafficking is hosting an event to spread awareness and combat the fight against human trafficking. There will be keynote speakers and breakout sessions. The event is free, but it's suggested to register online at eventbrite.com. Well, in just 2 minutes, longtime Torrance business owner Jacques Walser will join me to talk about how he's switching gears. Find out what Walser's has to offer now. We'll be back in just a few.
Hi, Mom. Heading out. Later, Gator. Drive safe. I will. And don't forget to call me when you get there.
I know.
And don't forget to put your phone away.
Already did.
And you drive safe too, mister.
You can't sit here.
Don't add her to the chain.
It was just a joke.
We're not friends.
Why are you talking to me?
He started it.
She's so gross.
Lame. Loser.
Weirdo.
I've said and done things before that I'm not proud of.
Just as I've been hurt by others.
The thing is, this is not who I am. And it's definitely not who I want to be.
I don't want to be cruel.
I don't want to spread gossip.
I don't want to be a body shamer.
I don't want to exclude anyone.
I don't want to make anyone feel lonely.
Left out.
Hurt.
We have the power to be more.
We can create a kinder world.
It's not that hard.
We just need to stop.
Take a moment
And consider others.
before we speak.
And before we act.
Be more.
Be more.
Be more.
Welcome back to the second half of NewsBREAK Live, and joining me live is owner of Walser's, Jacques Walser. How are you?
I'm very fine. Thank you for having me, Heba.
Thank you for being here on NewsBREAK Live. And before we get into how you've switched gears and what you're selling now at Walser's, let's talk about how you started your business here in Torrance. You're a longtime business owner. So tell me how it all started.
Okay, well, we started a little over 42 years ago in 1975. Basically, it was my wife and myself, and we originally opened up an art gallery. It was, at the time, I was working for Mobil Oil. I worked for them for 5 years, took a break, went back to grad school, and started working for them again. And then we started our own business. And very quickly, we started offering classes. Classes needed supplies, and we were filling the need for art supplies in the area.
And now, Walser's, you guys are kind of liquidating your store, but you're also selling something else. So talk about how you've expanded in a way and what Walser's now has to offer.
Okay, well, again, we were selling art supplies and had a very large operation for quite a while. And as time went on, things changed, the internet, people moving more towards the digital world, and then unfortunately a lot of the colleges and schools dropped most of their art classes, so that left us with the need to try and create something new and different. And because we're already geared up for retail, I looked for other opportunities in retail. And one possibility we thought was more the tactical type products, which includes firearms, ammunition, knives, safes, things of that sort. And it's largely because changes in legislation have made it such that people still have to come to a retail store. You can no longer buy products like ammunition online and have it shipped to you. So we figured, well, this is an opportunity for us to expand in that area.
How has the process been? Because you're still called Walsers, and online it's Walsers and Walsers Tactical. So when customers come in, are they a bit shocked when they see knives and other products?
Some of them are. It's a change. It's been surprising how many people embrace both areas. There's a few people who are not too favorable to the firearms and ammunition, but by and large we've had very good response. It's a new market we're trying to reach out to, and that's been a challenge, but we think it'll be successful.
Tell me, what's the purpose of selling these type of products? What do you hope you're catering to? I know you did mention a little bit about that, but I'm sure a lot of thought went into focusing on these products before actually starting to sell them.
Well, basically we felt that there was a need. There's not a lot of places that offer this product line. Even some of the ones that have come in are not offering in the extent that we are. We're tending to lean more towards the tactical part that relates to self-defense. We will, of course, handle customers that are in the hunting area as well as people that just like to shoot for the recreation of it. But with that, we brought in knives and we brought in safes. We're looking for products that have a broader range. The art supplies was very good for us for a long time, but it was a very small niche. And so consequently, we're looking for products that have a broader appeal to the general public and people and agencies as well. One side aspect of this, we're looking to also assist law enforcement with their needs.
Very interesting. Do you hope to eventually one day offer safety classes as well?
Absolutely. We have a mezzanine in our facility that we're setting up to have a classroom type situation with the hope that we'll teach firearm safety, training, gun cleaning, personal protection, things of that sort.
So you kind of spoke to me about the general products. So let's go a little bit into what someone can find if they walk in. And right now you still are selling art products on sale. So people should know about that. If you can tell me a little bit about that.
That's correct. There's been a misconception that we're closing. We're not. We are in the process of liquidating all of the art supplies. We have still probably about 20,000 different items in the store.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So there's a lot of products there. We're closing them out at very deep discounts. And it's not to say that maybe in the future we may still have art supplies or come back to it, but it would be in a much different product mix. We've always had a product mix that was aiming more at the high-level professional artist, and there's just not as many of them out there. So if we do bring them back in, we'll bring back a different product mix. But we're evolving now to where we've already been selling ammunition for a while. We brought in knives. The response to knives was surprisingly overwhelming, so we brought a lot more in, and we're talking knives for and carving that you might use in hobby purposes. Could be hunting knives, they could be tactical knives, but also culinary knives. We're bringing those in as well, and that's been very well received.
So there's a wide array of items. So is there a certain clientele that you're hoping to cater to, or just the community?
That remains to be seen. We're not sure, what our breakdown will be. We'll see how people respond. But the community in general and businesses, for example, we brought in safes. And we did a lot of research, found a safe company we thought was extremely well priced and very high quality. But it can be safes for guns, but it can be for anything, personal things. We've got some small safes to large safes. The people, and so you don't have to be in the tactical area to have a need for a safe. So we have that for businesses and people of all types.
Walser's has been around for a very long time. Tell me, how does it feel to keep having your business here in the city of Torrance and doing business in Torrance?
Well, I've got a lot of roots here. We moved here about 50 years ago. And so we've got a lot of friends, neighbors. I've been fairly involved with activities like in the Chamber of Commerce and the city. And I enjoy these people. I love Torrance.
And speaking of some of the products that you are selling, you did mention to me about the safes that you have. Can you talk to me a little bit more about the company and the brand that you're selling at your store?
The brand is called Format. And actually they produced, up until recently, produced a lot of safes for other companies that you would know under different names. And they finally decided that they would want to produce their own line of high-quality safes. They're actually a German-based company, but they have factories all throughout the world. And so some of the safes we have come from Germany, some of them come from China, their own factory in China. And did a lot of research into it, and frankly, they're a very high-quality safe at a very reasonable price. And so, in a sense, you're not dealing through a lot of middlemen type of situation, because a lot of safes are sold through distributors who in turn sell them to the retailer and then to the customer. Well, in this case, we're dealing direct with factory warehouse, and we've got factory warehouse pricing, so, and they're very high quality.
I'm sure you've had customers that come to you, have been coming to you for years and years. I didn't know this until you told me, but you've had 5 locations here in Torrance. Your business has expanded over the years.
That's correct. When we first started out, we had a little store that was only 1,300 square feet in a strip mall on Hawthorne. And after we were there a few years, we cut holes in the wall and made it grow all the way to 2,700 square feet. And then after about 10 years, we outgrew that. We got another business that was 7,500 square feet, kind of between what at that time was Martin Chevrolet and Marie Callender's, which is now gone. And we even had an off-sites warehouse, and as we grew, we then took over what was the Snyder Diamond Building, which was a total of 28,000 square feet. And things were doing well, and then we ended up buying our own building on Cashua Court, which was 22,000 square feet. And then 2008, the recession hit a lot of people. We were hurt a little bit because of our customers that were commercial accounts tended to downsize or disappear, but we still kept going. And then when the classes started disappearing for arts, then it kind of hit us hard. So we downsized more, and now we're in about 10,000 square feet off of Amapola at 488 Amapola.
Wow, what a journey. And for people who, I know you mentioned this earlier, who might be hesitant about having this type of store in the community, what would you like to tell viewers?
Well, we reach out, and I think there's a lot of good to be handled with this. One example is we have a event that we're putting on, or I shouldn't say we're putting on, but we've coordinated with the Salvation Army and the Torrance Police Department. And it's an event that's coming up actually a week from today on June 19th, pardon me. And this is an event that's open to anyone who has a house of worship, they're a leader, a pastor, whatever. We're encouraging them to come because it basically is talking about safety in your house of worship. And the purpose is to give people a chance to think about, be exposed to what the ramifications might be if they have an incident in their location. And like I say, the Torrance Police Department is presenting it, and it gives people a chance to do some soul searching for what they might want to do to be better prepared to handle in case something does happen.
And we'll definitely be at that event as well. But is there anything else you'd like to add as far as the products you sell? I know you also mentioned vintage treasures, excuse me. I don't know if that's something you want to touch upon.
Sure, I'd be glad to. Over the years, we've acquired some things of our own. We also acquired a lot of things because we did recycling for a dozen years for the city of Torrance. We were their designated agent for electronic waste. And a lot of things people would turn in. We've also had consignment sales, and some things are just too good to recycle and throw away. If we can, we'd like to give things a second life.
That's
and
great.
So a number of things we've tested and we've put on sale. A lot of things are just kind of classic vintage things. They could be old tools, kitchen tools, old television receivers and radio receivers, dishes. I mean, there's all kinds of, we're not really like an antique store per se, but there's just a lot of interesting things. There's a lot of instrumentation that people might be interested in. A lot of people come in and buy old receivers from us because they want to fix them and work on them themselves.
So now Walser's offers so much for various different types of people and their hobbies too. You could look at it that way too.
That's true. We're very eclectic.
Is there anything else you'd like to add about your business expansion and what you hope to offer to the community?
Well, we just want to be there for people and meet their needs, and we're very open to suggestions if people want to see us carry certain lines. We're kind of leaving it open where we might bring in some sporting good type products, but we're not going to, we want to stay away from having products that everybody has. I mean, in our old store, of course, we carry like Sharpie pens, okay? But then almost every store in town carries Sharpie pens, and our pens are different than anyone else. So we're looking for things that are more unique, different. If we find closeout items that might be attractive to people, we'll do that too.
Great. Well, Mr. Walser, thank you so much for your time. And if people want to learn more about Walser's Tactical, you can head to walsers.com.
Thank you, Hiba.
Thank you. Well, that does it for NewsBreak Live. City Council is back on the dais tonight as they'll have another public hearing to consider an ordinance implementing by-district elections. Make sure to catch it live right here at 7 p.m. And if you ever have news or video that you'd like to share, please email us at newsbreak@torranceca.gov. Also, if you missed any part of the show, you can catch it all on Torrance City Cable's YouTube page. Have a great night.